What's going on, YouTube? I'm back and I have another multiplayer battle for you guys in Fall of the Samurai. That's not what I wanted to hit. There we go, battle replays. It's this one. Okay, this is another Fall of the Samurai battle, and it's against an Armstrong gun camper. I don't know if you can see my mouse on this, but he deploys right on this that hill. Never played this guy before. It's still I'm new to the game. I haven't learned a whole lot about it yet, but I'm gonna throw this right into slow motion so I can go over the armies and give you an overview of the battle. Okay, I tried to click like a massive move order to try to beat my opponent to the center dojo, which is the workshop, and I look over and the ever so popular noob box is formed around his Armstrong guns, and left unchecked, you can see these guys fast reloading, a lot of damage. It'll get a lot of kills, and I think it ends up getting 213 some kills this battle, even though I didn't think it was that effective. So I try to spread my lines really thin and move everything up as fast as I can to capture the dojos. By the way, they are the workshop in the center. On my side, I have the sword dojo, and he has the archery dojo. For the armies, I have the general, of course, 3 Yari key, two Yari key, unvetted 2 Yarikachi, 4 red bears, 2 of which are vetted, and 3 white bears. These are the 2 veterans you've seen from the previous video. Oddly enough, against an artillery camper. I'm going to throw this into play anyway. They only have 1 chevron. As you can see, the artillery's already opening up on my men with shrapnel shot. He runs 2 of his Yariki up here, I guess, to try to take the dojo, but I'm going to try to move up and push him off of that so I can eventually cross the river, because I do have to. That artillery will just eat me up if I don't. So I put one of my Yarikis on the left, and the other 2 are going to go around here to try to get the archery dojo. As for my opponent's army, I'm going to try to go real fast. He does have 2 Yariki, both of them are vetted, 2 Yarikachi, an Armstrong gun, his Bokachi, and 3 of these vetted Vermilion Bird Forces. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is a poorer quality unit than some of my white bears, but I do think that well vetted up there okay. So again, I try to push right up to the edge of this water, and push him off the dojo so I cannot cross here. I do bring both of my Yariki across. I do have the unrestricted cam so I can zoom up really high. If you guys want, I can do a tutorial on how to do that. So it helps a lot with getting a big overview in the battle. Alright, still taking a whole bunch of artillery fire. I'm not sure if the shells still explode in water. I'm not completely sure. So at some point, I notice that he is charging with his Yariki, and I try to return the charge. I do know that these guys are not going to win the fight because of just how his guys are vetted up and mine are not. I get a decent charge off, and I try to run these guys around, but he springs his other one. He's more in the woods, so I think I am going to get a little bit of an advantage from this, but for the most part, his experience will catch up. I'll bring my other Yariki around through the forest. I'm going to try to get him hidden right here, and then slowly creep up so I can pounce on his units whenever I can. I'm going to go ahead and spoil this video. I do win. I can bring you guys footage of games that I lose if they teach us something. I can give a few tips on this. I know my cavalry died, and that's a little bit of a waste, but they did what I wanted them to do, and that was kind of cover my movements across this water, so I didn't have to deal with a horde of cavalry charging me. I do have the sword dojo, and I'm bringing up, this is going to cap the archery dojo, and eventually, I'm doing this right now, I bring the Yarikachi over and try to get the workshop. He realizes that his new box formation is not going to work very well, especially since I don't have an outflanking component anymore. I lost both of my cavalry units. Both of his are hidden on now, I believe. I sneak up the Yariki here, Yarikachi. I'm going to get those confused, I'm sorry guys. So, he does have this long line, and he is kind of on a hill, so pushing across this is gonna do a lot of morale damage to me, and also take a lot of casualties. I get the archery dojo here, so that's gonna increase the, I believe that does the fire rate of all your missile troops. Oh, there you go, the reload rate of all missile troops, and restores ammunition to nearby units. Since I do have the units, spread out thin, the Armstrong gun is not doing completely what it's designed to do, and that's absolutely murder everything. Alright, I clicked the charge the RA key here, but it's a little bit late because they've already started firing, and I think they do get a volley off. Not getting first volleys is pretty big in this game just because of the accuracy and reload of all the units. You can see this guy's, wow, already down to 55. That's a third of its strength, and it's going to go ahead and rout. It's wavering now. Also, my Yari key threw this one away as well, but again, it did what I needed it to do, and that was disrupt this unit so I can cross and start shooting it again. Got all 3 dojos capped at this point, so the timer starts, but the battle ends much before that. You can see a couple of my units are wavering, and I am panicking, so I'm like running up the general, which I stupidly left behind, I guess, to protect it from the Armstrong gun. And let me see if I can try to get close-ups. I'm gonna close-ups of all the guys firing. There we go. So I'm rushing up the general to try to come back and rally these men, and I see that he charges the rest of his cavalry and Yarikachi down at my men. This does look very bad for me if I didn't have this Yarikachi right here, which I'm gonna try to move in to intercept, and my general's still coming in. Oh, what else is going on? His Yarikachi's wavering as well. I brought in mine. It's very tired, and it's under friendly fire, but it does give me, again, the chance to push up and get into a better firing position. I rally everyone here, so I think that also might have saved me a lot in this battle because my morale was very low, pushing uphill against an opponent. You can now see that so most of his units have routed off the field. His Armstrong gun's still firing, but we're getting to a point where it's a little too close to be that effective. And this is a little bit funny. We have a Yarikachi on Yarikachi, but I have my general firing his revolvers right into the backs of them. I'm not sure why the unit is yellow. You can see my general is right there, getting some kills by himself. Can't call him a coward, but I'm gonna repaint that unit so they're not yellow because yellow is dumb. So this has been a quick video on how to beat an artillery camper. It seems to be a common strategy, I guess. I noticed that I did have the retainer to bring artillery, and I might have had that in the last battle, but I never brung it, so it's kind of a waste. Didn't really need it though. At this point, his army's lost too many men and routes completely off the battlefield. Well, that'll be it. I'm actually gonna show you guys the end results, or the unit statistics, and I don't think any one of his units particularly does well, except for his Armstrong gun, which I said got 200 some odd kills. My men do fairly even all around. Like I said, throwing away, I don't want to say throwing away, but using your melee units like your cavalry or your Yarikachi can give you valuable time to push up all of your missile troops, and you can see they did get a fair number of kills, especially or I could say like a positive kill to death ratio there. Our most kills were by our white bears. Not surprisingly, they're a little bit superior to the red bears. My Yari Key probably didn't do very well because I did throw them away quite early on. You can see their Armstrong guns right up there. Other than that, none of his units did really well. Like his Yarikachi lost pretty much the entire unit and barely got any kills, along with his Bokachi. So again, just kind of like my last video, it's how to beat artillery campers. They're not impossible. They're not even that hard. Sometimes it's even a hindrance to have because you can't move. And then, as you can see, if my opponent brung up his main line to the river and tried to hold me there, I think he could have done a little bit better than forming the noob box. But that'll be it for now. I'll see you guys later, and please like this video and show some support for more for multiplayer games or the campaigns. See you guys later.